Good afternoon. In our last class, we were discussing about refraction of light, and I have told you what is meant by refraction of light, when refraction takes place, right? See, refraction of light is the phenomenon of bending of light when a ray of light travels from one medium to another medium of different optical density. I have told you, optical density is the characteristic property of the medium which decides the speed of light in that medium. Optical density and it is the characteristic property of a medium, and that characteristics decides whether the speed of light in that medium will be high or the speed of light in that medium will be low. Right? That is the optical density. So this is what happens when we have light travels from one medium to another medium. Suppose this is A and say this is glass. The medium below this line is glass and the medium that is above this line is say air. When a ray of light travels from air to glass, according to rectilinear propagation, we expect this ray of light to travel along straight line this way. According to rectilinear propagation of light, this ray of light is expected to travel along straight line. But what happens is totally different. At the point of incidence, I draw a normal. So this is point of incidence, and that point of incidence I have drawn a normal. This is the expected path of light, but because there is change in medium, the ray of light instead of following along this path, it bends from the original path. It bends from its original path. This phenomenon of bending of light, when the ray of light travels from one medium to another medium, is called as a refraction of light. See, we call this ray of light as incident ray. This is called as incident ray. This ray of light is called as incident ray, and this ray of light is called as a refracted ray. This is called as refracted ray of light. So the ray of light that is in the first medium is called incident ray, and the ray of light that is in the second medium is called as a refracted ray, right? And this is the incident ray extended. See, this dotted line represents incident ray extended, right? And also I have told you the reason for refraction. Why ray of light undergoes bending when it travels from one medium to another medium. The reason is the sudden change in speed of light when it travels from one medium to another medium. That's the reason for refraction. And also I have told you about the rarer and denser medium. A medium in which speed of light is relatively high. ಯಾವ medium ನಾಗೆ speed of light comparatively high ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಆ medium ನ ನಾವು rarer medium ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. And on the other hand, the medium in which speed of light is relatively low is called as denser medium. If I consider this air glass pair, if I consider this air glass pair in comparison with speed of light in glass, in comparison with speed of light in glass, speed of light in air will be more. So we say air is a rarer medium. Air is a rarer medium, and glass is a denser medium. Glass is a denser medium. So which medium must be called the rarer medium, which medium must be called the denser medium should be known. The medium in which speed of light is relatively high is called as rarer medium, and the medium in which speed of light is relatively low is called as denser medium. This is the idea of rarer and denser medium. And also I have told you what quantities remain constant and what quantities change when ray of light travels from rarer to denser, or in general from one medium to another medium. When the ray of light travels from one medium to another medium, the speed of light and the wavelength of light are going to change, whereas frequency of light is going to remain constant. If we use this relation, C is equals to F into lambda, during refraction of light, frequency of light is going to remain constant. I have told you, frequency is the characteristic of the source emitting the light. So frequency doesn't change if ray of light travels from one medium to another medium. This is constant in the centimeter. I can write C is directly proportional to lambda. Speed of light is directly proportional to wavelength. So if in traveling from one medium to another medium, the speed of light decreases, correspondingly wavelength of light also decreases. If we are traveling from one medium to another medium, if the speed of light increases, the wavelength of light also increases. This is the relationship between speed of light and wavelength of light, right? So this is all regarding the basic ideas of interaction which we have studied in the last class. Now, we'll try to understand what happens when a ray of light travels from rarer to denser medium. When a ray of light travels from a rarer to denser medium, what happens? That must be understood. See, whenever a ray of light travels from a rarer medium to denser medium, the first thing that happens is the speed of light is going to decrease. Suppose ray of light travels from air into glass, the speed of light is going to decrease. So, when a ray of light travels from rarer to denser medium, the speed of light is going to decrease. The speed of light decreases. When speed of light decreases, we know that the speed and wavelength are proportional to each other. So when speed of light decreases, wavelength of light also decreases. Wavelength of light also decreases. So whenever a ray of light travels from rarer to denser medium, speed of light is going to decrease, wavelength of light is going to decrease, and the ray of light will travel along its original direction or it bends away from its original direction. Whether the ray of light travels along its original direction or it bends from its original direction, it shows bending. What happens whether it travels along its original direction or it shows some bending? It must bend along. The ray of light must bend when it travels from one medium to another medium. See, whenever a ray of light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, suppose this is a rarer medium and this is a denser medium. The medium above this line is rarer medium and the medium below this line is denser medium. Whenever a ray of light travels from a rarer medium to denser medium, it is observed that the ray of light bends towards the normal. Observe here. Suppose this is incident ray. At the point of incidence, we draw a normal. See, I have told you in ray optics we measure all the angles with respect to normal. So at the point of incidence, you must always draw a normal. This is normal. This is what is expected. We expect the ray of light to travel along straight line. This is the original direction of travel of light. But because ray of light is traveling from one medium to another medium, it bends. The ray of light undergo bending. ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ bend ಆಗ್ತದೆ? Whether the ray of light bends towards the normal or away from the normal ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, when a ray of light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, it is observed that the ray of light bends towards the normal. ಈಗ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು ray of light ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, instead of going along straight line, it bends towards the normal. ಈ ರೀತಿ. This is what was expected. We go over 120, but the ray of light moves this way. See, after the ray of light bends towards the normal. Whenever a ray of light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, the ray of light is going to bend towards the normal. So, the ray of light bends towards the normal. The ray of light bends towards the normal. So these are some basic aspects which you must remember as far as the travel of ray of light from rarer to denser medium is concerned. So whenever a ray of light travels from rarer to denser medium, speed of light is going to decrease, wavelength of light is going to decrease, and the ray of light will bend towards the normal. Are these points clear? Are these points clear? Which two points clear? With respect to area of light traveling from rarer to denser medium. Next, we will understand what happens when a ray of light travels from denser medium to rarer medium. Denser to rarer medium. Try to understand what happens when a ray of light travels from denser to rarer medium. See, whenever a ray of light travels from denser medium to rarer medium, tell me what happens to the speed of light? What happens to the speed of light? Let us suppose this is denser medium and this is rarer medium. This is denser medium. Rarer medium. When a ray of light travels from denser medium to rarer medium, the speed of light. Denser medium in the rarer medium में होगा the speed of light है the speed of light as well as wavelength of light must increase. When ray of light travels from denser to rarer medium, speed of light increases. Correspondingly, wavelength of light also increases. And the ray of light is going to bend away from the normal in this case. When a ray of light travels from denser to rarer medium, the ray of light bends away from the normal. See, suppose this is a surface that separates denser and the rarer medium. Now the ray of light is traveling from denser to rarer. So this ray of light is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium. At the point of incidence, we will draw a normal. This is normal drawn at the point of incidence. This is normal at the point of incidence. This ray of light is expected to travel along straight line. This ray of light is expected to travel along straight line. But what happens in this case is, the ray of light, instead of traveling along its original path, it undergoes bending. First bend after, because there is a change in medium. Whenever ray of light travels from one medium to another medium, it must undergo bending. How can bend after? Whether the ray of light bends towards the normal or in the normal. Whether the ray of light bends towards the normal or away from the normal. Whenever a ray of light travels from denser to rarer medium, the ray of light bends away from the normal. In normal it doesn't bend towards the normal, instead it bends away from the normal. This is refracted ray. This is refracted ray. This is incident ray. And this is normal. So whenever a ray of light travels from denser to rarer medium, the ray of light is going to bend away from the normal. Normal is the dura. Right? So this is regarding a ray of light traveling from denser to rarer medium. Is that clear? Andre, you got try to answer me. I locate two positions A and B. Suppose here is a bulb. Let us suppose this is a bulb. Right? A bulb is a source of light, isn't it? A bulb is a source of light. Now I have placed a bulb in the denser medium. I have placed a bulb in the denser medium. And I know rectilinear propagation of light. I know that light always travels along straight line. I observe this is incident ray, and I stand at this position A. I stand at position A. Will I be able to see the light? Will I be able to see the light if I stand at position A? Will I be able to see the light if I stand at position A? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದ? ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ because you knew rectilinear propagation of light. Will you be able to see the light if you stand here? No. Hagadri, in order to see the light, you must stand at position B, because light doesn't come this way. You expect light video madala. The behavior of light is totally different when it travels from one medium to another medium. When ray of light travels from denser medium to rarer medium, the ray of light bends away from the normal. Normal is the dura. So if you stand at position B, you will be able to see the light. I hope the idea of ray of light traveling from rarer to denser and denser to rarer medium are clear. If this is clear, we will try to again go back and understand some of the basic concepts of geometry. See, I have told you that this ray optics is also called geometrical optics because in tracing the image or in constructing the image of some object, we will be making use of basic laws of geometry. One circle. Suppose this is some geometry, here is triangle line. We can call these two triangles say A, B, C and C, D, E. A, B, C is a triangle and C, D, E is also a triangle. And we can say these two are similar triangles. First thing. Next angle, here angles, these two angles. These two angles are called as vertically opposite angles. These two angles are called as vertically opposite angles, and you must remember vertically opposite angles will always be equal. If this angle is x and if this angle is y, these two will always be equal. Vertically opposite angles. So the idea of vertically opposite angle is required. ಯಾವ vertically opposite angles ಆಗ್ತವೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ only those angles which are made by two line segments. ಎರಡು line segment ಇರಬೇಕು ಅವೆರಡು ಮಾಡೋ angle ಇವೆರಡು ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. These two are called as vertically opposite angles. Now suppose this is the case. These two are vertically opposite angles. This angle and this angle are vertically opposite angles. I will call this angle as A. I will call this angle as B. Angle A will be equal to angle B because these two are vertically opposite angles. How about this angle? Are A and B the vertically opposite angles? Are A and B the vertically opposite angles? Sorry, A and C. Are A and C the vertically opposite angles? A and C. Are vertically opposite? A and C. Vertically opposite angles ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ they must be the angles formed by only two line segments intersecting each other. There must be no third line segment at the point of intersection of two lines. See, these are the two line segments. This angle and this angle are vertically opposite angles. If a third line comes in between and meets at the point of intersection of these two lines, then the angle between this line and any of the two lines will not be the vertically opposite angles. Remember this. Right? So vertically opposite angles bala kade use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Next to the idea of vertically opposite angles must be clear, right? So vertically opposite angles also naturally. ಆಮೇಲೆ tell me what will be the total angle in this case. This angle is 30 degree. This angle is 10 degree and this angle is 20 degree. Can you tell me what is the total angle? I call this as x, this is y and this is z. What is the total angle? What is the total angle? This is 30, this is 10 and this is 20. 60 degrees. Very good. If this is A and if this is B, We know that A is equals to B because they both are vertically opposite angles. Let us suppose a ray of light or a line segment comes in between these two lines. Whether you know line segment on the let us suppose this angle is x and let us suppose this angle is y. What can you write this angle B as? What do you write this angle B as? The angle B na K anta bolu. What can we write that angle B as? The angle B. What will be this angle B? Very good. Angle B. The angle B can be written as x plus y, and this angle B is vertically opposite to angle A. So angle B is equal to angle A, and angle B is x plus y. That must be equal to A. Correct? You can write this. A is equals to B. Okay. So A is equals to what is B? B is x plus y. B is x plus y. I hope the idea of calculation of angles is clear. With clear angle calculation. So x plus y is equals to 180 degree. 180 degree we have the 180 degree. So remember these ideas. Remember these ideas. Now we'll try to calculate angle of deviation will now try to calculate angle of deviation when ray of light travels from rarer to denser medium and when ray of light travels from denser to rarer medium. See, whenever a ray of light travels from rarer to denser medium, the ray of light doesn't pass along its original path. Instead, it gets deviated, it gets bent from its original path. ಎಷ್ಟು deviate ಆಯ್ತು ಅಥವಾ ಎಷ್ಟು bend ಆಯ್ತು, that must be calculated, right? That is nothing but angle of deviation. See, we define angle of deviation as the angle between incident ray extended. Angle of deviation over hash angle of deviation is defined as the angle between incident ray extended and the refracted ray. And the refracted ray. The angle between incident ray extended and the refracted ray is called as angle of deviation. An angle of deviation is generally represented by d. Delta in the represent we will represent it by d. Right? Suppose this is a surface separating a rarer medium and a denser medium. Let us suppose this is a ray of light traveling from rarer medium to denser medium. At the point of incidence, we will draw a normal. See, the angle between incident ray, this is called incident ray. The angle between incident ray and the normal is called angle of incidence. We will write it as like reflection. Same rules will follow here. The angle between incident ray and normal is called angle of incidence. This is incident ray extended. See, this dotted line represents incident ray extended. We know when ray of light travels from rarer to denser medium, the ray of light is going to bend towards the normal. Normal kade bend agadu. However, the ray of light doesn't pass along this path, instead it bends towards the normal. This is refracted ray. See, the ray of light bends towards the normal. This is refracted ray. And the angle between refracted ray and the normal is called angle of refraction. We write it as R. The angle between refracted ray and the normal is called angle of refraction. Angle of incidence is angle between incident ray and normal. Angle between refracted ray and normal is called angle of refraction, right? Represented by R. Angle of deviation, angle of deviation is the angle between incident ray extended and the refracted ray. Is this the incident ray extended? This is incident ray extended and this is refracted ray. If you have the angle, there is some angle between incident ray extended and the refracted ray. This angle is the angle between incident ray extended and the refracted ray. This angle is called angle of deviation. Like he ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಇಷ್ಟ angle deviate ಆಗಿತ್ತು. We need to calculate the angle of deviation. Is the definition of angle of deviation clear? Angle of deviation definition clear? Matte diagram. Angle between incident and normal is angle of incidence. Angle between refracted ray and normal is called angle of refraction. Angle between incident ray extended and the refracted ray is called angle of deviation. Okay. Angle. This is angle between normal and incident ray. Correct? Angle. This is I. This line is normal. This line is normal. And this dotted line is incident ray extended. Can you tell me what will be this angle equal to? ಇದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ನೋಡಿ ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿದೆ ಒಂದು ಕೈಗೆ ಹಾಕೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಇವೆರಡು can you tell me what is this angle equal to? ಈ angle ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ equal ಇರ್ತದೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? Can you tell me what is this angle equal to? ಯಾಕೆ I? Why is that I? Why is this angle equal to I? ಯಾಕೆ ಈ angle ಕೂಡ I ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಇದು I ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಇದು ಕೂಡ I ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? Is it I? Very good. These two are vertically opposite angles. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ angle of deviation ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ನೋಡಿ. When a ray of light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, when a ray of light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, can I write I is equals to R plus D? See, this is I. Because they are vertically opposite angles. If we equal to what is I equal to? I is equals to R plus D. Isn't it? Can I write I is equals to R plus D? ತಪ್ಪಾಯ್ತಾ ಏನಾದರೂ? Can I write I is equals to R plus D? ಬರಿಬೋದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿದ್ರೆ we'll correct it. Correct ಅದಲ್ಲ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ what is the angle of deviation? What is the angle of deviation? From this I can write the angle of deviation of the ray of light when it travels from rarer to denser medium is D is equals to I minus R. This is the angle of deviation produced in the ray of light when a ray of light travels from rarer medium to denser medium. So when a ray of light travels from rarer to denser medium, the angle of deviation produced in the ray of light is D is equals to I minus R. D is equals to I minus R. I hope the idea of calculating angle of deviation is clear. ಎಷ್ಟು deviate ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು angle deviate ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ when a ray of light travels from rarer to denser medium, the angle of deviation produced in the ray of light is D is equals to I minus R. D is equals to I minus R. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ In this case, that is when ray of light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, which among these two is true? Which among these two is true? Angle of incidence is greater than angle of refraction. Angle of incidence is less than angle of refraction. Which among these two is true? When ray of light travels from rarer to denser medium, which among these two is true? Whether angle of incidence will be greater than angle of refraction or angle of incidence will be less than angle of refraction. ಯಾವುದು true? ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. You look at this equation, you will get it. I is equals to R plus D. I is equals to R plus D. I is equals to R plus D. Angle of incidence is equals to angle of refraction plus something. So, angle of incidence must be greater than angle of refraction. Whenever a ray of light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, angle of incidence will be greater than angle of refraction. Right? Suppose light refract ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಆಗೋದು? Suppose light bend ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಬಂದು ಹೀಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಆಗೋದು? Which among these three conditions would be true? Which among these three conditions would be true? If light were not getting refracted, if light were not getting refracted, which among these three would be true? Very good. Light refract ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ಹೀಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಐ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ಅಂಡ್ ಐ would be equal. ಅಥವಾ ಐ ಅಂಡ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು equal. Because angle of refraction ಕೂಡ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋ ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ಬರ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ. Okay. So, as far as a ray of light traveling from rarer to denser medium is concerned, angle of deviation will be equal to I minus R, and angle of incidence will be greater than angle of refraction. See, you try to work this out. ಇದನ್ನ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ray diagram ನೀವೇ ಹಾಕಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಈಸಿ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ. ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಸಾರಿ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ray optics ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. I'm telling you repeatedly. You must draw this. ಒಂದು ಸಾರಿ ಆ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಹಾಕಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಇದು I ಇದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಕೂಡ I ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇಷ್ಟು I ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ I ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ I must be equal to R plus D. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ I is equal to R plus D. ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು deviation, angle of deviation. D is equal to I minus R. Right? So this is regarding deviation when ray of light travels from rarer to denser medium. Now we will calculate deviation when ray of light travels from denser to rarer medium. What will be the angle of deviation when ray of light travels from denser to rarer medium? Suppose this is denser medium and this is rarer medium. This is a ray of light, and this ray of light is traveling from denser to rarer. At the point of incidence, I will draw a normal. This is normal at the point of incidence. Angle between incident and normal. Angle between incident and normal is called as angle of incidence. This ray of light is expected to travel along straight line. This way. This is incident extended. But when ray of light travels from denser to rarer medium, the ray of light bends away from the normal. And I have told you what is angle between refracted ray and the normal colors. See, this is refracted ray and this is normal. The angle between refracted ray and the normal is called angle of refraction. Correct? Now just tell me whether I is greater than R or R is greater than I. Tell me whether I is greater than R or R is greater than I. Just tell me this. In this case, whether I is greater than R or R is greater than I. I hope R is clear. R is angle between refracted and the normal. This is normal and this is refracted. All ಎರಡು ಮಧ್ಯೆ angle of refraction R. I is equal to R. I is equal to R ಇಲ್ಲ. No. I is not equal to R. They are not vertically opposite angles. R is greater than R. Vertically opposite ಯಾವ ಆಗ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು